Dear students, today we are going to see what are the advantages and disadvantages of process costing. Okay. First one, we know that it is simple to determine the process cost periodically at short intervals. And unit cost can be computed weekly or even daily if overhead rates are used on predetermined basis. You know that at a predetermined basis if overheads are absorbed. And in such a case, we can determine the unit cost weekly or even daily. Okay. Second one, it is simple and less expensive to find out the process cost because uniformly costs are recorded and on the basis of the costing card, costs are recorded and it is easy to determine the process cost as cost account is prepared for each process. Third one, it is possible to have managerial control by evaluating the performance of each process. For each process, we know process account is prepared. And so on the basis of that information, it is possible to exercise managerial control over the performance of each process. Okay. Next one, it is very easy to allocate the expenses to processes in order to have accurate cost. Expenses are allocated to each process. On the basis of that, we can determine the accurate cost of each process. As we know that for each process, costs are recorded and process cost account is prepared. And as it is, expenses are allocated to each process separately, we can accurately determine the process cost. Next one, it is easy to quote the prices with the standardization of process. We can determine the price to be quoted for each product because standard costing can be established easily in process type of manufacture with which we can also exercise control by comparing standard cost with the actual cost. So these are the major advantages of process costing. Now let us see what are the disadvantages of process costing. First one, the main drawback of process costing is that it is possible to determine the cost only at the end of the accounting period. And then it becomes a historical cost only of the historical value or historical cost because costs are determined only at the end of the accounting period. And so we know that it has only limited use for effective cost control. To have effective control, we know that we have to determine the cost not at the end of the period but in between. Then only we can know whether the cost is more or less on the basis of which we can exercise control. But here we know that the cost is available only at the end of the accounting period. Next, we can also determine work in progress only at the end of the accounting period because what is processing is going on continuously. So valuation of work in progress is generally done on estimated basis which introduces further inaccuracies in the total cost. So we know that correct valuation of work in progress is not possible. So usually it is done on a predetermined basis. In such a case, correct estimation of the value of the work in progress is also a difficult problem. Next, the third one is that where different products arise in the same process and common costs are to be apportioned, prorated. And so we know that in such a case there is a problem of allocation or apportionment of the joint cost to various products which are produced simultaneously as a result of the same process. Okay, in such a case, such individual products cost may be taken as only approximation basis and hence not reliable but may be taken as the best. So we know that as I have said, if the joint products are produced simultaneously and the joint products may be byproducts or one main product and one another byproduct, or both are having equal value. In such a case, we know that so there is a joint cost incurred. In such a case, we have to distribute or divide the total cost among the various products which are produced from the same processes. In such a case, it is very difficult to apportion it, and so we know that on approximation basis the joint costs are divided. In such a case, it is very difficult to get the reliable data. Next, there is also chance for error while calculating the average cost, because all process cost is recorded and all the total cost is averaged on the basis of the number of units produced, and we can see that on the basis of that the finished value of the finished or cost of the finished products are determined, and value of the work in progress is also determined, and so there can have the chance of committing error while calculating the value of work in progress and finished goods. Next, we know that computation of average cost per unit is difficult to be calculated in those cases where there are more than one product is produced, and in such a case there is a problem of division of cost element. Division of cost element is also necessary, on the basis of which only we can determine the cost per unit. So these are the limitations. So we know that the first one we can say that cost is available, or process cost is available only at the end of the accounting period. So it is thus it becomes a historical value or historical cost. It has only limited use in controlling the cost. Second one, we can say that we have to determine the value of the work in progress only. Then we can determine correct value of the finished product. Usually we know that this is also possible on the case of the at the end of the accounting period. In such a case, on predetermined basis the value of the work in progress is determined, and so is also there is a problem of inaccuracy. Third one, we know that there are simultaneously more than one products are produced. Then there arises a problem how to apportion the joint cost among different products which are produced as a result of same processes. Next one, there is also scope of error while calculating the average cost. We know that usually average cost is determined on the basis of the value of the work in progress and value of the finished goods. If the value of the work in progress is not determined correctly, on the basis of that we know that it also affecting the value of the finished product. Last one, computation of the cost per unit is very difficult in those cases, as I have said, when the more than one products are produced or multiple products are produced from the same processes. In such a case, very difficult to determine the cost per unit. So these are the limitations of process costing. Okay, then bye.